What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is a movie that I've seen quite a few times, but it's been a while. It's been years since I've sat down and watched Crank. Can you see that? Crank is a 2006 film that was directed by Neville Dean and Taylor, two brother. Are they brothers? Maybe they're not brothers, but they're two directors who I'm just going to cut right to the chase and say that they made one of the craziest fucking movies I have ever seen. I remember when I first saw it, I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe the balls of these guys making the movie that they made. I couldn't believe how hardcore Jason Statham went in this role. Jason Statham plays Chev Chelios, which might be the best main character name. Definitely the best hitman name that I've ever heard. Chev Chelios, at the very beginning, he gets taken out by this gang. He gets knocked out and he gets injected with this virus or a poison, some Chinese poison that is slowly eating away at him from the inside. He wakes up to this. If you see how frantic and how crazy in the POV shot that this movie starts off, you get a hint of what you're in for. And Jason Statham, Chev Chelios, he has a certain amount of time, like I believe an hour or so, that he has left to live. So not only is he trying to, he is trying to look for an antidote, if it even exists, but he's mostly using the time that he has left to kill every motherfucker that fucked him over. And I have a blast with this film. I do. It might not be for everybody. I know when I first saw it, I couldn't believe it, and I loved it, and I was singing this movie's praises. And I still really enjoy it, but I definitely recognize more so now, because I was in high school when this fucking movie came out. But I definitely recognize now that this won't be for everybody, that some people are going to find it possibly too offensive, or too vulgar, or there's too much drugs, too much sex, too much profanity, blah, 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 blah. This shit ain't for you. I had to be honest with myself and say that if you're gonna watch this, it's possible that you're gonna be upset and that you're gonna be offended. And I'm not, though. I wasn't offended. There's a couple lines in this movie where even Jason Statham says some kind of racist stuff that you're like, okay, well, I guess we're going there. Fuck it. Why not? At this point, Jason Statham, this is the most that he was able to do in these action movies, because he had already done some of the Transporter films at this point, and he was getting established as that action guy that was super serious but could do his own fighting stunts and whatnot. But in here, he got personality, and he said some jokes, and he did some things that you never really saw him do at the time. Sure, now movies like Spy and whatnot, you've seen him branch out even more. Hobbs and Shaw, he had a lot more jokes and comedy to him, but this was one of the first where it was like, wow, okay. I mean, maybe Snatch, but I'm talking about the levels that this movie goes. This movie does not give a fuck. It doesn't. They don't care some of the places that they do. Like, I almost don't wanna just sit here and talk about everything that happens, because it is that crazy. And if you haven't seen Crank, just watch it. Just watch it. Again, it might not be for you. You might hate me if you watch it with my recommendation, but still, I think you'll always get something out of it. Ricky Verano is the guy who stuck him with the virus. He's played by Jose Pablo Cantillo, and this is the actor that I swear he's been in so many things. I just saw him in The Walking Dead, or I was re-watching The Walking Dead, and he popped up in there. He always pops up as either a villain or a Spanish cholo guy. Maybe does he always want to play those type of roles? I don't know, but he's good at it. He is. In seeing Statham, even though this guy got one up on Jason Statham at the beginning of the movie, Statham fucks with him throughout it, killing his brother, constantly calling him gay, and in the most offensive way you can call somebody gay, and just so many moments where he now ends up chasing Chev Chelios, even though it should have been the other way around. Efren Ramirez plays Kalo, who is just a gay character that somehow knows Chev Chelios and somehow gets involved. He doesn't get a whole lot to do, and I mean, you know him as from Napoleon Dynamite, this actor. So it was pretty random to see him pop up in here. But other than that, yeah, he's here to be here. Also, Dwight Yoakam plays Doc. He's the guy that Jason Statham is like, it's his go-to guy to get help or medical advice, or he's constantly calling him for a way to figure out, because this virus is fucking him up, his insides, like I said. And so the doc tells him that he just needs to keep his energy going. So you're seeing Jason Statham have to keep himself energized, have to run around, have to drive really fast in cars, have to drink energy drinks or do drugs or just do whatever he can that would probably kill any normal man. But Statham doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't. He's willing to do whatever the hell it has to take to stay alive and do what he has to do. But last but not least, let's talk about Amy Smart. This might be my favorite role of Amy Smart as Eve. She is Chev Chelios' girlfriend. And I don't want to say that, oh, this is my favorite role of hers because she's so overly sexualized. Although Amy Smart is very attractive, and I think I really dig her energy here. But and there's a certain amount of like ditzy blondness to her for sure. But the scene where she has sex with Jason Statham in Chinatown, all out there in the open, I mean, what a freaking trooper. Amy Smart was willing to go for it, willing to do what she had to do to make that scene work and to make that scene believable. It's rare. She's a rare breed of an actress that she can do this role, do some of the things that she does, say some of the dumb lines that she says, but she doesn't come across as somebody that I don't care about. She doesn't come across as somebody that, like, oh, she's just the ditzy girlfriend. Like, no, I actually do care about her. I actually do like her with Jason Statham as a couple. And so, yeah, what more can I say? This movie is crazy. It is over the top. It's so much fun for me. It's enjoyable. The ending of this movie also is just, it's fucking insane. It's Jason Statham trying to kill somebody in midair after jumping out of the helicopter. In fact, if you watch that movie Spy and you see that scene where Jason Statham tells Melissa McCarthy everything that he's done as a spy, all the crazy stuff that he's done, blowing up or getting his arm ripped off, I feel like a lot of that was based off of the crazy shit that he did in Crank. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Crank. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you love it as much as I do? I almost want to rewatch it, even though I just did. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making it killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show them love. I'm not the one that's at risk. My homie told me that when people rise up against you, it's a sign of your destiny real. Fake ones been hating cause they know that one day you're making it. Jealousy's all they can feel. Plugging the phone, drifting my zone, painting